No, and here's why. Railroads are block-controlled traffic, which means that each segment has been scheduled. Not being privy to the schedule means you would likely run afoul of a train. So assume that the track was not often used. There's still the problem of railroad tracks not being conducive to motorcycles. When you're riding a bike, the front wheel wanders a bit to keep you balanced. In addition, the rear wheel tracks inside the front wheel's track when you turn. Railway rails are not wide enough to permit this, so unless you're the most skilled long-distance rider ever, your tires would eventually run off the rail. Now, here is what would happen. A railway rail is several inches tall, and it overhangs a bit. It is not sloped at all. So your tire is not going to climb back up onto it at such a shallow angle. Instead, the bike will catch the rim, likely wobble into the opposite trail, and rebound off in the same manner. At some point, the bike will high side, which will pitch the rider off. Game over. Now, if one were riding a dual sport or off-road motorcycle, one could ride between the rails, over the ties. It would be tricky to get back over a rail and off the track, but at a slow enough speed and a sharp enough turn, you could manage it. Still, there's that bit about oncoming trains, bridges with gaps between the rails, etc. not recommended. Hooking the tire in a steel groove can bring the bike down in an instant. Look ahead and plan a line that crosses any shiny steel at an angle of at least 45 degrees. Get the bike vertical when crossing the shiny steel, to reduce side loads on the tires that might cause a slide out. Maintain a steady throttle to conserve traction. A relatively narrow motorcycle tire is more susceptible to dropping into slots or grooves than the typical automobile tire. Where rails join or cross, the resulting 10 or 5 shaped slots can easily capture your front tire, wresting steering from your control and possibly even jamming the tire and bringing the bike to a sudden stop. Thin vertical plates used to keep a slot open next to a rail are just as dangerous as the rail itself.